Let's go!
How about those Chiefs?
What a game from Patty, but the story has to be DeAndre Hopkins. Who remembers early in the game to start the season versus the Ravens, they ran this quick little RPO to Rashee Rice for a big gain. That's why you bring in DeAndre Hopkins, baby. Wow. Look at that throw. Look at that catch. Obviously, Patrick, his throwing motion is an absolute work of art, and you pick up a nice first down. So one interesting note on this version of the Kansas City Chiefs has been Mahomes' running ability, right? Lots of rushing from Patty, and he sees that the seas have parted, and he's going to pick up this yardage pretty easily. Let me know if you guys feel Mahomes has scrambled more this season than he has in years past. Alrighty, it's 3rd and Leewood, and look, the Chiefs decide to just settle for a screen. You know, Pirine dropped one later in this game that was absolutely massive, but this is such a big piece for what the Chiefs are, which is the leak and screen game, and I felt overall Tampa did a really good job guarding it throughout the night. And you have to settle for a field goal. A really good night for Justin Watson, right, who's just solid, right? And he's just one of these guys that if you run the play correctly, he's going to get open. And this has been a big theme in the NFL, these trips bunch. And it's so hard with a guy like Xavier Worthy. I know the numbers aren't great, but his speed just makes you have to scoot that much further back. It's so hard to defend this, right, with the receiver running right behind him. And I want you to see when Patty is actually throwing this football, okay? This ball is actually going to Watson, and he sees that the vertical is cleared out those safeties, and he is throwing this football now with pressure in his face. And right when Watson turns, he's able to catch it, right? And because you throw it that much anticipation, it's that much more room for Watson to operate after the catch. All right, we then get to me, the play of the game. Because you just don't see Mahomes make these types of deep throws anymore. He's very safe with the football. And what happens here is on this 3rd and medium, this pocket does collapse. It is somewhat decent. This is probably as good as it gets in terms of rushing Mahomes. There's no way he could just go either or, and both these ends are two-gapping their tackles, right? So if Mahomes steps up, all you got to do is just throw him off, and obviously he can't run out this way. So he decides to step up in a really tight pocket. Now, you tell me where somebody's open. There isn't anybody open, okay? Now, one other thing that's very interesting about this 3rd and 8 play is you'll see that both of these routes are actually being run into each other, right? That has to be a mistake. It's just weird. So Mahomes, we get some Mahomes magic. And while he's getting hit, he is deciding to throw this football to D-Hop. Okay, look at this. And honestly, I'm a little shocked Winfield played this as poorly as he did. He was probably thinking that this was going to be an overthrow and he was just going to pick it off. But man, D-Hop, that is just ridiculous. I mean, honestly, it is so good. Now, we get to this 3rd and goal. I'm telling you right now, Andy Reid's red zone play calling is just so much better than everybody else's play calling. And that basically goes for anyone who has ever picked up a headset. All right? He knows that Travis Kelce draws so much attention that what you want to do off of that is run things behind it or kind of in conjunction with it. So you'll see right here, you have quads to the left, and you have Kelce running a little hook right here, and then you have D-Hop running to the back of the end zone. And you see Winfield is jumping this route to Travis Kelce. They're stopping this tight end route. And what you'll see is the corner here, 32, passes this D-Hop route off to Winfield, but Winfield's playing Kelce, and it is a bad coverage bus, but it's also really good design. This 2-minute drill, 1st and 10, ball on your own 17, and the fantasy community is freaking out over Xavier Worthy, and I don't quite get it, okay? Look at him getting open right here. It's just a misfire. Timing's just off, okay? Timing with the drop and all of it, and he's not able to keep his feet in bounds. Okay, 3rd and Independence, and you got to get all 10 of the yards here. to keep this drive alive, or else you are punting. I want you to see not only the design, but the anticipation, right? This design actually gets two players open. Let's first start with the backside here. You start with the little chip. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be DeAndre freaking Hopkins, and you could play, you can always just delay your route, and it's going to get you open, all right? This vertical carries these defenders right here, and look at that. D-Hop, easy first down right here. But obviously the story of this route is Kelce and Mahomes. All right, so he starts off looking to the left. This is honestly a really, really, really conservative coverage right here from the Bucs, and I hate it when Todd Bowles does this. I would be a little bit more aggressive with my coverage schemes. I understand you don't want to give up a touchdown, but if you play a little bit more aggressive here, you're getting a punt and a chance to score before half, right? And I want you to see when Mahomes is actually making this throw. Look at where Kelce is. Look at when he's actually ripping this. He sees that this vertical is taking out this corner, so he knows this space is going to be open. And, man, that is such elite quarterback play. All righty, 8 seconds left to go in the half, and Mahomes has a huge miss here. This is a 3-point miss. And I understand also his line of thinking that if you get strip sacked here, you're giving away 3 points the other way. I totally get it. Now, essentially, you put your three best receivers on the left side, and you're just flooding the left side right here. I am a little shocked that to this trip side that they gave up the sideline this easy. All right, so you're stacking these two players, and essentially this corner is playing D-Hop. This flat is playing Kelce. And then you'll see right here, this is open to Xavier Worthy. Now, it's not an easy throw by any stretch of the imagination, but it is there, and you're hitting him in stride right here and running out of bounds. That's a long butt kicker field goal, right? Or does the time run out, right? There's 8 seconds left. But you'll see that in this relatively nice pocket, it's not the cleanest pocket, Mahomes feels some pressure and just runs into a sack. I mean, that's there. Pretty big miss. All right, so it's 14-10. Buccaneers drive down, score a touchdown. Should be 14-13. Either way, Mahomes gets it here. That's if Butker makes a field goal. And first play, and he sees Travis Kelce for a pretty nice gain right here. But instead, he leaks it out to Noah Gray, and he just misses him. That's a lot of space. And Mahomes, you can see he's like, oh, God. So the weirdest thing about Travis Kelce breaking his own records is this was also kind of a tough night. You know, you missed him on the play before. He had the fumble a minute ago, and then he dropped this. Very interesting. Man, there is nothing that excites me more than good old-fashioned smash mouth tackle football. Goodness gracious. The Chiefs line up in 13 personnel, and what do? They pull both, well, actually, they only pull the guard, right? A little power action here, guard pulling around. I want you to see what actually happens right here, okay? Bang. Look at what Jawan Taylor is doing to Hall. That is nasty. And honestly, as great as Mahomes was down the stretch, it was his Chiefs run game that really got them going in this third quarter. What an effort. I mean, come on. I mean, what else can you say about Patrick Mahomes, all right? And as much as I talk about Andy Reid getting things open in the red zone, sometimes it is just Mahomes just doing something absolutely positively ridiculous, such as this. Maybe somebody was open on the other side. I don't care. I'm a little too lazy to look at it. And while Mahomes gets hurt, a little flip for a tutty, baby. What a freaking icon. And you'll see it. Look at this, man. You see that? Watch his leg hyperextend. And you got to give a little jump shot pass. It's just insane. Absolutely insane. Football is meant to be played in the elements. Let's freaking go. And by the way, Vita Vea is just straight aura. Look at that. All right, so Mahomes had a few third down conversions on this drive. One to Kelce, one to I believe Watson. And what do? You come back to the play that worked for you. You pull the big guard around, and you hand this football up right up the gut. Look at this, blocking across the way. Bang, bang, bang! I love me some smash mouth tackle freaking football, baby. Let's go. Okay, so 3rd and 5. And once again, the Xavier Worthy freak out needs to stop. This is wide open for a first down. Mahomes throws with some anticipation. He picks it here to Justin Watson. All right, 3rd and goal. The greatness of DeAndre Hopkins. And it's just honestly simple. The Chiefs did not have a guy who could do this after the Rashee Rice injury. Look at that release right there. Look at this. I mean, the DB is just not ready at all. He is shook out of his skis, and that's what DeAndre Hopkins can do for you. What a throw. What a catch. And it's a tutty. And honestly, the brilliance of this is the timing. Watch Mahomes, foot down, gets it out quickly, a lot of velocity, bang, perfect. Okay, very critical 3rd and 1, and an undefeated season was almost thrown away here. All right, you talk about lack of chemistry. I am a little shocked that the routes were even this far down the field, right on this 3rd and 1. I'm very shocked. I think Mahomes is thinking, hey, the innermost slot is stopping no matter what. And you can see he throws his football behind DeAndre Hopkins, and it's almost picked off. Wow. And then we go to overtime. Okay, the one thing you don't want to do for a Mahomes drive is get conservative. I mean, look at how far back everybody is. After the play action fake, they're bailing out. And one of the best things to do in football is throw to the running back who was the one who had the play action fake initially. I mean, this is just so much space and free yards given up. And you can even see Hall had a little stumble. I say Dante Hall, throw it the X. Kareem Hunt. All right, we get to the 2nd and 6, a little RPO action. This is what happens when you're able to run the football. And once again, why are you playing so conservatively? They had not proven up to this point to hit a go ball versus you all day. Mahomes wants this, right? It's just candy. And I understand you're preventing a touchdown, but at some point, you got to stick your foot down and play some bold football. I understand the corners got torched all day by D-Hop, but you see what happens when you play this conservatively. I mean, you're so far off that you're not able to come up and make this play. And whether it was a timeout, here's what I'll say about the Todd Bowles timeout situation. He shouldn't have gone for 2. I agreed with this decision to kick the extra point, but the dumb thing was calling the timeout and not letting the clock run to about 15 or even 10 seconds left when you got to that 1 yard line. It was just stupid. Okay, so this is up there. I really do mean it. Top 5 Andy Reid play call of all time is what you're about to witness right here. And I understand Bill Belichick's the GOAT, the 6 Super Bowls, whatever. I'm taking Andy Reid over Bill Belichick all day, every day because of things like this. So whenever I see Flood run with a running back out of the backfield, I immediately think of the man who is responsible for the last Super Bowl championships for Andy Reid, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So you should go follow First Down XO in there. It's just a fun account. And he tweeted this out about flood. And basically flood is just saying that you're flooding one side of the field with routes. And the Chiefs did this over and over and over versus Tampa Bay. And where flood is really effective is when you're playing zone. Basically, you're going to think that the deep route is going to be Jamar Chase, that the intermediate route is going to be Thaddeus Moss, and the running back is going to be the flat. But what LSU elects to do here is flip it, right? You have Jamar Chase running the go, but the guy running the flat route is Thaddeus Moss to pull this corner. The go is going to pull this safety, and if those two things are pulling away from each other, it opens up space for Clyde Edwards-Helaire on this running back flood concept. Now, do you see how hard this is? Now, what's very interesting about this is let's just say Bama is in straight quarters, and let's just say that the corner goes straight back out, he's still probably going to run with the go from Jamar Chase, who is the number one option, right? But this still works even if you don't have a Jamar Chase, okay? You see how Jamar Chase is drawing both the corner and the safety, and the flat is now occupied by the backer, all right? Now, if you were to just actually run this vertical and then you had the tight end be the secondary flood, the backer is likely just running with it, and it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you're hitting him in the flat. Mind you, there's 20 seconds, or actually like 10 seconds left in the half. LSU needs to score a touchdown here or else they're kicking a field goal. And you see that this play is so well designed that the protection was straight dookie water, and Joe Burrow was still able to throw this football to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It's an easy throw. It's an easy catch from two of the all-time greats in college football. Now, I have never seen flood run like this. So you get a pre-snap motion, and watch what the Chiefs elect to do. Because they know this is such a quick hitter play, and they feel so good about it working. Remember, Jamar Chase, Xavier Worthy, vertical to take out these two players. All right. And what happens here, obviously, Travis Kelce, the fullback-ish on this play, is running the Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And, of course, the flat is being run by Noah Gray. But what the Chiefs elect to do, because they had been running the football so effectively with Hunt, they add a play-action fake to it. Now, because this is such a nice, explosive, quick hitter, even if this end right here doesn't press down on Kareem Hunt and he's full speed in Mahomes' face, he knows this is going to work. Once he sees that this corner is bailed out of here and he sees that this linebacker is biting to the flat, it's over, right? That's how good of a design this is. That's how quick of a hitter this actually is. So like the Joe Burrow play, there's pressure right in Mahomes' face. Doesn't matter, okay? It just doesn't matter. It's being hit that quickly, okay? Now look at how open this is. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Play design to get into flood out of that look, man, it's sexy. You just want to make love to it.
Pause.
This guy, I'm telling you, he is the best I've ever seen in the receiving aspect of tight end play. So much was made about this false start penalty. I mean, do you really think Mahomes is being denied the end zone if you have to give him an extra 5? No. And the funny thing about this false start is it had no bearing on the play. It had absolutely zero bearing on the play. And what makes it even worse that Taylor false started is he was also getting a chip. There's no need to really get a fast start off the line here. But whatever the case may be, it's just a simple little screen and roll, basically. We've done plenty deep dives on this play design. And, of course, the Chiefs went on to score a touchdown. Patty goes for 292, and the Chiefs, I mean, they never scored 30 regular season points, hardly ever, and it took overtime to get there. And, SVP asked Travis Kelce after the game about the high-flying Chiefs and how different it is now with this ball control offense. Man, I just want to say this, and I've already shared this hot take. Andy Reid is the best football coach I have ever seen, period. Full stop. And I understand, yes, it helps having arguably the best quarterback of all time, but it doesn't matter. Like, no Tyreek Hill, no problem. No Rashee Rice, no problem. I mean, I don't think people understand how stupendously crazy this is. Pacheco, no problem. And it's just nuts. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom. Is this the best player I've ever seen? I don't know. Bang, this guy could be, though. Don't sleep on him.